live. 2 minutes late. 9:32. Not too shabby. Hello? Am I by myself?
What were you doing that made it late?
Having to set the entire thing up.
What were you doing prior to that?
Spending a nice evening with my kids. Can you turn your camera on? It's very hard
you know how I felt last week.
Hard to converse.
That's how I felt last week.
So the passive aggression is going to start immediately on today's episode.
No, I told you, it's super wonky, man. This computer's...
Yeah, so is mine. You can turn it on and we'll see what happens. And all you did was put your Kleenex over top the camera. So
let's go.
Why? What
were you doing with the kids before the show started?
Nothing. Watching TV.
What were you watching?
I want to know the passive aggressiveness. Why there's this new tsunami of it.
What were you watching on TV?
Do you come up with new ways before each recording? How am I gonna F over this recording this time? I know. I'm just not gonna turn my camera on. Did you run out of food? Is that why you didn't have food to snack on during the thing? So you decided to turn your camera off?
What were you watching on TV? Why don't you answer the question?
Why don't you turn your camera on? Jesus. Why can't you be positive? I thought you wanted a new year of positivity. Adding
yes, of doing what I want.
Drama to every
what I want.
This is the year of what I want, because every other previous year was not. It was just a years of giving before that, right?
Anyway, what were you watching with the kids before I lose interest completely?
I don't know. I had some PBS on. It was just me. I had one kid sitting with me. She was looking at her tablet. PBS
the little one?
Yeah, PBS is replaying that the country music docu special from Ken Burns. So that's always good to revisit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why don't you watch something new? God damn.
And then I was watching.
You want to talk about frustrating? That's frustrating.
No, this is frustrating. Hey, let's do a live show on YouTube and turn our cameras off. That's our new Andy Kaufman way of broadcasting.
Well, that's how you were last week.
F those viewers. I didn't have a choice.
I don't have a choice this week. My computer is acting chunky.
Chunky. It's an amazing Apple product.
It's old.
You could always turn the camera on and we'll see what
I did.
What's the deal.
I was doing some stuff prior and it was acting weird. It was on another podcast. It was acting weird.
What podcast were you on?
Anyway, why are you watching the same PBS stuff again? Watch something new.
Because I was just waiting for this time to come up. I didn't want to get into anything. I was reading the papers, finding out the flyer deals, getting organized, waiting for this, get this started, get kids in bed. So I didn't want to start anything major.
You can always pause it, go back to it.
I did some sampling of Christopher Guest movies, watched a little bit of Waiting for Guffman, because that's always fun.
Oh my God, what a nerd.
What a nerd.
Yeah.
I got to be prepared because someone is going to appear on a Film Dango episode to talk about Christopher Guest movies.
That's delightful.
So look for that. And I'm going to show up there and turn my camera. No, I'm going to turn my mic off and just have my camera on. And that'll show them.
Well, that'll be the only way I'll watch it.
That'll show those guys who dare to watch. Oh, boy. When is your vacation?
Not till the near future. Not soon enough.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't even want to go, to be honest.
Tell me. No, I need you to go. I need you to empty that bucket and ready to have it refilled with fresh gasoline. You need to get the poison out. What do you got to be angry about? If we had your life, your lifestyle, let me tell you. What's going on with you? How's the renovations going?
I think he finished today. No, the bathroom's not done, but everything else is done.
Well, if you replace toilets every 5 years and the amount of toilets in your house, you pretty much have renovations happening all the time.
Just waiting on the vanity. Should be coming this week, and then we got to do the countertop.
Everything gets changed every 5 years.
Yeah. When it gets dusty, I don't dust it. I just throw it out and buy a new one.
Yeah. Does every bath get a bidet too?
No. I remember my dad's. The only time I had saw a bidet was my dad's parents had one in their house.
You mean at every relative's house of yours?
And for the longest time, I never could figure out what it was. I didn't understand it. Why does it shoot water up? And it was always immaculate because it never got used. So why put one in? I don't understand. Freaking Italians.
Yeah. Actually, the Howard Stern always goes on about his Toto toilets.
Yeah, that's different though, man.
Yeah.
You're already sitting down. You're not getting up.
That's true.
Moving over to another device to have it spray out your asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And the bidets don't. I think you get not overspray, but residual spray, because it's not like you're sitting on the toilet and spraying up. You're hovering over this thing.
Yeah, they're
don't
weird.
go up so high.
Yeah, they're weird.
So I'd rather do the toilet spray, and that'd probably be actually relaxing. I'd probably use that a lot if we had one.
Oh yeah, no, he said he loves it, man. He's done away with the baby wipes, and he can aim that spray, set her on full blast, and then just move around a little bit until you hit the old bullseye, and get it right up in there, clear yourself right out. And
well, the baby wipes aren't good, man, because that's not good for the environment.
No, I know.
And I don't trust you. The chemicals that are on there, if you're sticking a finger in your bum hole with those things, then the chemicals get inside you. Look at the face you got going right now.
Oh, turn your camera on so I can see your face, you maniac.
You had a stink face.
Yeah. Well, how far up are you going with your
finger? Doesn't matter.
In
you go in, you're still putting the poison from the baby wipe in your bum.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be treated with aloe and nice stuff. Aloe's good for you.
There's still some other chemicals in there, I think, that shouldn't be inside you.
Well,
anyway, what do? You got to flush them.
Yeah. Supposedly they break down, but we know they don't.
Doubt that.
Yeah. I've given up on them, quite personally. A little personal giveaway from myself. Given up on them a long time ago.
You ever get the poo stuck to the bum hairs? Sometimes, right? Oh, heaven forbid you tell the truth on the show.
What hairs? That's all taken care of, remember? That's where these Toto toilets would be so nice. And you can get the add-on thing where you can just turn your regular toilet into a Toto toilet. And those add-on things, they're still like $600-700 too.
I can't imagine they're
from Toto. They're the real deal. So they might just be as good. They're just not permanently affixed to the porcelain. Like
Yeah, but wouldn't they get dirty like under your toilet seat? How it gets like the pee ring and stuff like that. If these are add-ons that you attach to your toilet on the inside, then it's going to get like pee spray on it and all that stuff. So you'd have to clean it, right?
Well, yeah, I imagine.
Whereas if it comes with the toilet, isn't it sort of built into it, or is it? Isn't it inside the actual toilet and there's just like jet sprays?
Good question. I don't know if this replaces your seat, if it's a whole new seat with the stuff built in the seat, or if it's something that goes under your existing seat.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Even if it does, you still have to clean it.
Well, you got to clean everything.
No, but if you buy the toilet with it built into it, which I'm assuming what it is, then there's nothing to clean. It's just the interior of the toilet bowl. It's not like a device that's attached inside and then it's, gets buildup and residue on it and germs. Look it up.
You look it up. Look up why you're peeing all over the place.
It's called, when you're in the toilet, it gets spray goes around. Toto.
I'm in my uber casual sweater right now.
I
if
know.
You can tell. You look at that. Frayed cuffs. Look at that rip. I'd like to repair it, but it's got a weird seam there. Don't know how to do that.
Here it is. $1,200 Toto toilet. No, this is just the lid. What? Electronic bidet toilet seat with e-water and auto open and close. I can't even do the pictures because my computer's about to. It's like a seat attachment.
Yeah, they're
like it's a whole new lid.
It's the real deal. They're expensive.
Front and rear warm water cleanse with 5 adjustable temperature and pressure settings. Blah blah blah. Tankless. Instantaneous water heating.
Oof, nice.
That sounds complex, man.
Yeah. Now, see that high-end auction I used to go to when they were still running, they had a few of those. So it got me thinking about it. But I don't know if I stuck around for them to hit the block because they usually were at the end of the auction, but probably could have got them a little bit cheaper. Would have been funny, just my little powder room on the main floor, and it has a big robotic toilet seat because that's my throne, the little powder room. I don't need anything fancy. Don't need a big bathroom parlor like Joe does.
I like to have someone just clean my bum for me.
I'm sure you have that.
All is done like I was a baby.
Well, the mother-in-law there has a lot of duties to take care of. That auction I was telling you about, I think they're just online now. They just figured out that it's way easier to do online auctions with their inventory, and it's a joke now, man. I checked it out the last time.
Hold on.
What?
Got a major breakup now on your side. No, I lost your picture.
Anyone else having issues out there? Give you something to edit. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so their auction is just stupid. There's no point even hanging around for it. They had the Sega Genesis Mini, but it was the shit one. The one before the good one that came out from. It was the shit one from At Games.
Yeah,
remember that one?
I have that one.
Yeah. We had. It's ridiculous. It's a piece of shit, right? The auction.
I've never used it.
The auction wasn't even done yet, and it was up to $60. Full blown retail in a store is $50 on it, and yet at this auction it was up to $60. Like people are just, they see auction and they just think, time to go crazy. So I haven't.
It's like I told you, man. It's all about perception.
Haven't been able to buy anything from them in like over a year. So I don't understand.
Yeah, I got that at Genesis one. I don't know which version it is. And then I got like a couple of Atari ones.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I think the Atari ones I'd like to keep. I got like a really, I don't know what version of the Atari Flashback it was, but it's got it's not the standard Atari joysticks. It's got like the paddles almost. What? Well, you're quiet. I thought I lost you. So I think that one I'd actually like to keep.
Yeah, I have one of those. Well, no, I have the paddles. I don't know. They came out with a version where it's just paddles, and you plug the paddles into your TV, and they're loaded with the Atari paddle.
No, this is the actual. It's like the console. Whatever it is, at games or whatever. I don't even know if it's at games, but it's got the console, but it's not the, instead of having the Atari joysticks, it has like a elongated rectangle with a joystick / paddle at the end, and there's 2 buttons directly underneath of it. So it's really weird. I don't even remember where I got that from, actually. But yeah, that Sega one, I think maybe I'll just give it to my son. But here, break it. I don't care. Because no one's going to buy it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I got suckered into that. The Genesis one and the Atari one.
I went to Walmart today. They still have a couple Genesis minis, but they're back up to $74, I want to say. Walmart does not have any sales on video games. They're ridiculous.
Well, they kind of have those clearance games, but they're still $20.
$29.
Oh yeah, sometimes. Yeah, you're right.
So what?
But the Genesis for $74, that's still a sale price. Remember, it's retail at $99.
We got ours cheaper.
No.
Yeah.
No. Came on the market at $99.
Yeah, and I bought it at Walmart for $64.
Yeah, I believe that.
What are you talking about? They had the sale before Christmas on those things.
Yeah, at maybe $74.99 is what you're thinking.
I didn't pay $74 for that. It was down to $64. And I told you about that too.
Well, maybe I'll have to go check out your YouTube channel. Oh, but wait, you don't tell prices on there either.
Nope.
Because there's no room for any prices with all of the original entertainment that's packed into each video.
Damn straight. And that's My Life in Collecting, everybody, on YouTube. Check it out.
Definitely check. You know what? People should go check that out.
Check it out. It's the most boring channel on the internet.
I'm glad you would like people to go and look at that channel, whereas you don't want people to look at other channels you're a star of.
Other channels. Oh.
We didn't go over the rules before this one started. What are we allowed to actually do in this broadcast?
Just exactly what we're doing right now.
Oh, so we're not allowed to talk to anyone else?
Not tonight.
And we're not allowed to comment about any comments that come up? Is that not allowed as well?
I'm not looking at any comments that come up.
Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to say hi to anyone that's there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to allow that. Wow. He's allowing to say hi to people in the comments.
I'm looking right now and it's Lotus. So, hey, Lotus.
Wow. Because I am still, I lay in bed at night awake, trying to think up, trying to quantify your strategy on this channel and this broadcast, this recording of what you're trying to get out of it.
Stop there. Stop.
Okay. Yeah. Stopping.
Why are you wasting your time thinking about stuff like that?
Because we are the only podcast in the world that apparently does not want people to watch it or consume it or download it. by your strategy.
So we're original again.
Yeah, we're original. Follow that one up, Fandango.
I was listening to Fandango today, and it was might as well have been Film Dango because it was all about movies reviews.
No, it just stymies me that we create a new format. It starts to get successful. It draws people, and that's where you pull the guillotine lever and say, "No, we're not going to supply this to people anymore."
No, I just.
And with an added bonus, hey folks, you're not even going to be able to download it because I am not publishing it. We're just doing it to get Bill upset.
I published the last one.
You published the last one.
Yes, I did. Anyway, say hi to Lotus.
I did. Oh, okay. I made a personal statement to Lotus. I'm just curious.
Lotus, we can talk to out of respect.
And now the momentum is gone, right? There's 0 live watchers except for our senior technical producer, Lotus Stark.
It goes back to way it was back in the day when people would just download it through iTunes, which is all I want.
They can do both.
Who's going to do both?
You don't let me bring topics and talk about stuff without
and the
you chomping
you sent me tonight. You sent me a text.
Yeah.
Some topics at 7:30. Yeah, I'm going to go suddenly review 6 topics you sent me
in 2 hours. Oh my God.
I'm doing stuff with my family. So where do I have time to do this?
Oh, you're doing stuff with your family. Were you riding on your miniature locomotive throughout the estate?
Yes, just like silver spoons.
Yes.
That's right.
Stopping at the arcade cabinets.
I was sitting on my fucking silver spoons. The show was for dummies.
Anyways, you're mad if I don't give you topics, which drives me crazy because
you got to give me time.
It's just supposed to be 2 dudes having a conversation.
Exactly.
Like if you meet someone in the lunchroom and have a conversation with them, you don't go, whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't talk. You didn't pre-screen your topics.
Yeah, but if you suddenly talk about a subject that I have no idea nor interest in, which by now, after all this time, you know what I care about and don't care about.
You care about nothing.
So I don't want to hear you talking about Bob Dylan and getting a chub on it and then expecting me to be interested.
But we're supposed to be friends, and that you should be interested in what I am interested in.
I've had enough time to get interested in Bob Dylan. Done.
If I
love Neil Young. You don't hear me talking about him because I don't care anymore.
I'd love to. If there's something new and interesting about Neil Young,
I'm done.
It would be cool to bring it up.
He does have some news that came out. I think he's releasing.
Don't care.
2 or 3 concerts or special live recordings. I don't know. They said it on the news. So I thought that was kind of strange, but I guess he's got to make up money to pay for what his ex-wife took and to pay for Daryl Hannah now before she freaking takes him for all he's worth. I still don't understand that marriage.
He puts a lot available for his fans, which I appreciate.
Including
the Neil Young archive.
I don't want any new stuff. I'm not interested. I haven't listened to anything new of his in years because I just don't care. It's not good. It's not good. Sorry.
It's not good. How do you know if you've not sampled it?
I have sampled. I started sampling the stuff back in the day as it was becoming new, like after whatever it's called, that second Harvest Moon album that he released, the follow-up to Harvest Moon. And then anything after that, it just didn't do it for me.
I don't know what the follow-up to Harvest Moon is.
Harvest Moon, that album.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and then he did like a follow-up to it.
Do you mean like Prairie Wind?
That might have been it. I don't know. Hey Siri. Show me Neil Young's music archive. I don't know. What do I ask her?
Looking for Young music archive. I don't know. How do I ask her? I can't do that.
Hey Siri.
You don't have the music app installed.
Yeah, no what? Because hey Siri, show me Neil Young's music archive.
Here's some information.
Spouse Daryl Hannah. Well, they got that right. Okay. Neil Young. Yeah. I gotta go to Wikipedia here. Source is discography. Is that what it's called?
What are you doing? I don't even know what you're looking for.
Okay, Harvest Moon came out in 92.
But if I were to talk about Bob Dylan, it'd be way more boring than this.
Well, you didn't know what that follow-up was to whatever it was.
Well, I said Prairie Wind, but I don't think anyone called it a direct
I think
follow-up.
was the follow-up to Heart of Gold? Yeah, that's what it was. All right, enough's enough.
Yeah, so you gave up on Neil Young in 1972.
No, the follow-up to Harvest, Harvest came out in 1972.
So you gave up on Neil Young in 1972.
No, I'm saying when Harvest Moon is the follow-up, quote unquote, to Harvest, which came out in 1972. So after Harvest Moon in 92, I sort of lost interest in his music. He started doing Prairie Wind. Prairie Wind was 2005. Greendale was 2003. I just didn't care about his newer stuff anymore.
They were great.
I don't even know how we got into this. And your picture still hasn't come back. I know you're doing it on purpose. Turn your camera on.
I'm broadcasting fine, according to our senior technical manager, Lotus Stark. Speaking of music, though, we did have a major shocker this week. I don't know if you were as shocked as I was, but I had to take a step back. Didn't really want to believe it.
Yeah, I heard it when I was driving into work. Go ahead. I know you want to say it.
You were driving into work. Yeah, I probably heard it. Yeah, as I was getting ready for work, someone texted me. I'm like, what the Neil Peart of Rush, the drummer, died, and had no idea. I just thought the whole
battle of brain cancer, right?
Yeah, I thought the whole walking away from the band was because just an age thing, and because he was such a clinician of drum supremacy that he just couldn't keep up physically with drumming. But I had no idea he had this.
I know Leifson was battling arthritis in his hands.
Oh, he's good to go. Leifson can go.
The only
he's
one
fine.
who doesn't seem to have any issues is Geddy Lee, and he should. All right, Lotus wants an update on your windshield. Still broken?
Yeah, it's still cracked. I'm taking Joe's advice.
I told him I told Bill to hold off until springtime. You don't replace broken windshields in the winter.
And there's no keeping the vehicle clean and tidy all winter. So let the windshield get all banged up and get all the salt. Because when we pass salters in the winter, the salt is just like driving through shrapnel clouds. It's like you're getting hit by flak. So let's let the windshield. Well, you're in the tropics, so you're not experiencing it. But where us men live, it's crazy. So that's going on. But I had a whole. Is that it for Neil talk? Like,
no, go ahead. Sorry. I know. I hear you papers rustling, so get ready for
I don't have any papers.
Diatribe here.
I have no papers. I didn't prepare anything.
I didn't know he had brain cancer.
That's what we were saying. I never got to see him live. There's an admission. And here comes.
I saw Rush live only once.
You sure?
And it was the Roll the Bones tour at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
In Maple Leaf Gardens, really. You were 12 years old. You hitchhiked into downtown Toronto.
I was older than that. It was Maple Leaf Gardens, Rush, and if I remember right, the opening act was the Soup Dragons.
I don't even know who they are. You got me on that one.
They had like one hit, if you want to call it that. Whew.
Well, I was pretty tempted that last time they rolled through, but I mean, they are so big in our town. Like, they are so big. They jam a super arena, and the prices are
but where else would you want
high.
to see Rush other than in Toronto?
Yeah, and stupidly, I looked at it from the negative side. Like, it's going to be too rammed. It's too expensive. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. And on the other side of the coin, it was probably one of the most enthusiastic crowds that Rush plays in front of, right? And where else are you going to experience that kind of meld of commonality between the crowd? There's no people that were like dragged to a Rush concert. Everyone is there because they absolutely love them. So it probably would have been a great experience, but I cheaped out.
No, I think you're right. I regret not doing it either. For me, it was a money factor, though. I didn't want to spend, well, whatever the tickets were. It was at least going to be $150.
Yeah, it was minimum 150, and you're a billion miles away. And for me, for a band like that, I want to see Neil drum. I want to see the fretboards. You know, I want to see exactly how these guys are doing it, because they are masters at the craft. Especially, you know, Geddy's got like not just playing the bass, but he's got to, you know, cue the synthesizers and all the other stuff. So I like seeing how all of the milkshake gets mixed up. You know, I like seeing all that action too. And I knew my seat, you know, you'd get a seat at the other side of the arena. And however, it probably would have been amazing to be in that crowd with everyone. So
I've got my seating is left or right of the stage. The first section of the stands as close as possible.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I refuse to do floor seating.
Yeah, floors are awful. Unless you can get right on the aisle, so you can unclick your chair and kind of work your way into the aisle.
No, but then people stand up too much. Whereas in the seats, you got a good chance of being able still to sit down for at least half of the concert, even though there's always some fat chick that wants to stand up and dance, or some, you get some old hippie guy completely clueless.
So that's it, man. That's like the last of the masters we've lost. You know, there's no Keith is gone, Bonham.
That's fine.
Ginger Baker.
That's fine.
And now Neil is gone.
For me, it's going to be right now. If it was to happen, if Bruce Springsteen passed away, that'd be a hard hit to me. Probably be the one I miss the most right now. That's probably going to be him and Neil Young are the only two shows left I want to see one more time, I think. Bruce more than Neil. So I'll be ponying up for those. Even that Neil Young, the last Neil Young show I saw, I think I paid $150 for it.
Yeah.
Man.
Probably. I saw Neil in Montreal years ago when the building was brand new. They just moved out. Team just moved out of the old forum into the new forum. Anyways, yeah. So if you want to check out some Neil in action, check out any Rush video. They had some. I love the Rush videos they did for Tom Sawyer, and they did two more songs at that Quebec music studio. You remember those videos? Much Music would play them all the time. And in what was the music studio called? Les Musiques, and it's a long abandoned music recording studio. out in Quebec somewhere.
Vaguely remember that.
But they shot. It's like in the woods, and
No,
they're playing in front of those big plate windows. And
what are you talking about? That's that guy's cabin.
Whose cabin?
Ronnie Hawkins' cabin or something, isn't it?
You know, I always thought that too. That it was the Hawk's Nest, Ronnie Hawkins, but it was not. It's Les Musique. It's a music studio.
Really?
There's actually videos on the internet where people are exploring the abandonment right now because it's just abandoned building. Where all the windows are smashed out and everything. Yeah, I always thought it was on the Hawkins estate too, but it wasn't.
Yeah, go down a Rush rabbit hole on YouTube.
And Neil himself, he appeared at the Buddy Rich like 100th birthday celebration or something, where he got in front of Buddy's old orchestra, I guess, and did a solo, and it was great. One of the idiots you watch on YouTube said it was a major failure for Neil. I don't know what he was watching, but what?
You can't listen to people's opinions on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Who cares what people say on YouTube?
He's completely out to lunch. He also said that Neil joined the band because the old drummer died. Don't even talk on the internet if you don't know.
That's half the internet, dude. What are you talking about? Half
then
the internet is people talking about what they don't know about.
If you just want a little clip, there's also a week. I remember when Letterman had a week of drummers, and for the musical guests, drummers would come on and do a thing. And of course, Neil was one of the drummers during that week.
I think I remember that.
I would have liked to have gotten a little comment from Letterman on the passing of Neil, because I think he really appreciated him. He would have had something nice and eloquent to say.
Yeah.
Maybe a story, a Paul Schaefer story probably would have been pretty good.
Yeah, there wasn't. It was weird. There wasn't much talk about Neil Peart except, well, he was on the national news for Canada.
Oh yeah, that was major.
But aside from that, I didn't really hear much in terms of, unless I just missed it completely. Artists with their thoughts and comments about him. I didn't really catch any of that.
So who do you think the top drummer is now out there?
I'm out of touch, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm probably out of touch too, because people will say all these like
I'm not
death
back
metal
in high.
guys,
I'm
right?
not in high school anymore. I don't need to say who the best guitarist is.
Besides the death metal guys, I'm going to say we should all protect Taylor Hawkins right now. Foo Fighters.
Why?
Because I think he's the best. And he's from the school of Neil. Agree or disagree?
Or option C, don't care. I'm going to go with C. I don't think he's a great drummer, but that's mainly because I don't really care for that music. So.
Oh, don't care for that music. Wow.
Sorry, I'm allowed to not care about it, eh? I don't care about the Foo Fighters. I really don't.
You know what? Taylor did an internet thing where he got interviewed by some dude in front of a drum kit. He was on the drum kit, and they'd, talk, and then Taylor would do examples on the drum kit, and he could emulate anyone's style on the drum. He's like, oh, when Bonham used to do this, and then he'd go blue, 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 in only the Bonham style, right? And then, or Keith would play like this, and it'd be the crazy orchestric improvisation of Keith Moon. And
yeah, but I think a lot of drummers are like that, where drummers that they idolize or admire, they're going to, try and learn their style, especially when they're learning drums, right?
Well, yeah, Neil was a huge Bonham fan, but I would call him more a Buddy Rich guy than.
I think Neil was more of like a classical kind of guy in terms of what he liked.
Yeah, and go watch the Ginger Baker interview or documentary. See what he says about other drummers. He said Bonham was shit. couldn't keep time. So, anyways, I've maybe because you haven't seen Foo Fighters or Taylor live, you can't make a comment.
No,
on
why
it,
would I see them live? I'm not a girl.
I suggest you seeing them live.
I'm
Maybe
not a teenage girl. I'm not going to go see Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, teenage girl. That makes loads of sense.
It does.
Mm-hmm. What other topics did I have?
Oh, delightful load of topics that I have the utmost interest in.
I bet you do.
Why'd you put the Expanse on there?
Because I finally started it and I'm plowing through it.
That show fucking puts me to sleep.
It is a bit of a tough. It's a bit of a plow.
You're trudging through a swamp watching that show.
There's a lot they're trying to create, and they try to do it. They take their time. They take like 5 episodes to create what is happening.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that.
Apparently
when time is taken, I just have no interest in the characters or the storyline. It's got that old lady in it who's got the gravelly voice, like she's had 3 packs of cigarettes a day for 10 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes, I am very sexy.
Yeah, her.
Would you like to see my breasts? Yeah, she's good. It's quality.
No, I didn't say she can't act. I'm just saying.
I'm more upset with the rando Canadian actors you see pop up in it, and it just throws me out of it. But stick with it. It does get going, and yeah, it's it's got a Battlestar Galactica feel to it, but there's space battles and stuff like that. It feels like it. It's got conventional like spaceships, with thrusters and shit. So I like seeing physics applied to spaceships, which is cool. I like science.
Otherwise, it takes you out of it. I
like the added shit, the added conventional.
Well, that stuff makes it more realistic in terms of what humans can actually build. And it's not. They're not flying around in the Enterprise,
right? And maneuver around. There's not brakes.
We actually don't know how to do that because we're stupid. So it's all just gasoline and thrusters or whatever they use.
Yeah, there's no inertia dampeners, so they have to figure out how the body withstands their, the thrust put upon them.
I watched like a season and a half, and I couldn't do it anymore, man. Yeah.
Why didn't we not talk about this? Because
I talked about it when it came out because that's when I started watching it.
This is brand new information.
No, you just weren't listening because you were watching a PBS special on YouTube for the 10th time.
I've been asking you for 3 months if I should start this show or not.
And I told you no.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know. You kept saying you don't know because I said, is this some Canadian show? Like a low budge thing? I don't know.
It's the Taco Bell of space, whatever you want to call it.
No, it's dressed up fine, right? It's fine. It looks fine.
You can't compare it to Battlestar Galactica. It's not on the same level. Kevin made a good point when he was talking about it. It's sort of like the Xena of space travel.
You listen back to what was said?
Fuck. Unfortunately, yeah.
Holy jeez.
I told you I listen to Fandango, even if it kills me.
Oh, he talked about that on Fandango?
Yeah, that's what I said at the start of the show.
He talked about that.
Fandango this week was like a film dango. It was driving me nuts. I wanted to drive into a telephone pole and end it.
We touched on it a little bit at the end of last week's episode right here after you bailed.
I want Kevin and Vox just to talk normally. Stop talking about TV shows and stuff like that. And
what else are they going to talk about?
Say that for a film dango.
What are they going to talk about?
Don't hear about Japan.
So you want to hear about model making? And
I like that model making talk, to be honest with you.
Oh, not according to what I heard when that first came out.
I liked it. It was actually zen. It's very zen-like for me.
Oh,
appreciated it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's the tip for Fandango this week. Add more real life stuff.
Let's load us here. I watched Messiah on Netflix. I've heard of Messiah. I haven't watched it. Ozark. I'm on. I think I finished season 2. I thought I was further into it though. Maybe not.
I think you finished season 2.
Because there's a lot of episodes per season with Ozark, right?
I haven't watched it. Out of spite.
I don't know if I can push myself to watch. Keep going with it though. I hate his 2 kids, man. Hate his 2 kids. They're so. Oh man.
I don't know anything about it. But as I was queuing up The Expanse, which is on Amazon Prime.
Did I lose you?
You want a little reward? You want a little cookie for that? Turn your camera on if you want accolades.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You stop talking.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I was going through their like carousel of shows, and they've added a ton of stuff on there. It is quite impressive. I can't remember all the titles I was going ooh and ah to, but one of the biggest was Greatest American Hero is on Amazon Prime. So right there, that is worth whatever it costs. Even though I own every episode on DVD, obviously, already. It's nice to know there's a streaming high-res version of it. So I can't wait to queue that up. The Back to the Future movies were on there. I forget what else.
You have to see those.
I forget. Well, it's nice to know you don't have to dig out a disc or something.
And first off, the only one worth watching is the first Back to the Future.
Anyways, there's a ton of stuff. I should have wrote down all of the titles that were impressing me on there because there was a ton. And what caught my eye bigly was John Wick 3 was on Amazon Prime, which I thought was still in the theater in my mind. And I thought it was, if you push play, it might want to charge you a rental fee or something, but I pushed play and it played. So I piped that down here to the basement, threw on the sound system and put that on and loved it. Loved John Wick 3. Better than 2. This is just action rama.
Did someone try to kill his dog and wreck his car again?
Did you see 2?
Yeah, 2 was the one with the stupid. He goes to the hotel and he goes to the hotel, right, with the stupid gold coins, and he does his menu in the basement in terms of what he wants for entree and dessert and stuff with the guns.
Yeah, they really tried to expand the world.
2 was more comedic than the first one.
Comedic? It was just convoluted in my mind. They just tried to add too much of the universe in there. It was obtuse, exactly. Yeah, right. But at the end of 2, if you recall, he's totally effed, right? He's dead meat. They have a contract out on him at the end of 2. So 3 picks up immediately from the end of 2. And what is his options? What is he going to do? And
I'll give him credit. He's revitalized his career with these Wick movies, but I'm sure he's making a boatload of money since he's probably
the moves he was doing is just
main producer of it, right?
This is insane stuff through number 3. Maybe on the second time I watch it, it won't be as good, but I was really happy with it. Maybe it's been so long since I watched a good action movie too, but I was pushed to the back of my chair firmly as the pictures were blinking in front of me. It was
that's true. There hasn't been a good action movie in a while. Can't tell you the last one I watched.
You better go check that out. And I think in the States,
I don't support Amazon.
I think it's on Netflix too. I saw it advertised on Netflix. Maybe it's just the States that John Wick 3 is on Netflix, but I don't know. You support Netflix. Why not support Amazon?
Well, I don't pay for Netflix.
Oh. There was another movie I watched. I wish your camera was on so you could.
I wish yours was on too, because all I see is a spinning wheel.
so we could see you roll your eyes. But this was on Turner Classic Movies.
Yep.
Eye
I
roll.
just rolled.
Eye
Yep.
roll.
They did roll. How did you know? Come on.
I just saw it in the guide. It said the title, and I clicked on info, and it said, "Oh, this is a Willie Nelson movie where he's like some cowboy or something, some cowboy movie, does something like an old Western starring Willie Nelson." That sounds pretty good. So I hit the PVR to record that, and the next day when I went to check it out, it's actually like a modern movie. It's came out in the '80s, so it's set in the '80s, and he's a country music singer, much like Willie Nelson. But he's just on, as a music singer, the cusp of hitting it big. Like he can fill arenas, but he's not to the point where he can fill stadiums kind of thing. Or he can fill arenas on the East Coast, but not the West Coast kind of thing. And it's a story. He's a touring musician. He has a band. And it's all the Willie Nelson band. It's all the people you've seen Willie Nelson play with forever. And this, like I said, this came out in the '80s. So this is the high time of Willie Nelson. This is when he was, finally at the height of his powers. The lead track in this movie is On the Road Again, which came out for this movie. So that gives you an idea of where it stands in Willie time. And yeah, he's a traveling musician. They got one junky old bus going across country. And his lead guitarist is Slim Pickens, and Slim Pickens is like 60 by this time, and in the 80s, what would Willie be, like 40? So Slim Pickens is his buddy. They're on their last tour together. Like his buddy's gonna Slim Pickens, Slim Pickens, right, from Dr. Strangelove, and he's about to retire, and at the end of the tour, at the end of this leg of the tour, they all go home. You see their home life, and Willie's got this hot wife, that's also his manager, and they have a kid together, and she's kind of leery about him on the road. She's like, "Do you hook up with the roadies and all that?" And he's like, "No, I never do that." And Willie is putting on an awesome performance too for a non-actor, by the way. But they have to go out for another leg of the tour, and Slim Pickens is retired. So he's like, "Why don't you take my daughter out? She's been playing with us forever, and she just got back from college." So that puts her at around age 20, 21, something like that. So, what's going to happen. They go out on tour, and Willie and the daughter, who's idolized Willie for the whole time. I think Willie's character name is Buck Bonham too, which I thought was funny. Old Buck.
That's a porno name, man.
And sure enough, he can't help himself because she's just fawning over him every time. And by the way, every musical performance is recorded live to the soundtrack. Like there's no overdubbing here. You know how Willie plays, right? It's that random staccato improvisational soloing he does, right?
Yeah.
There's no overdubbing that. You don't go back and fix that. You shoot it, and that's you record it, and that's how you're going to show it. So all the performances are awesome concert pieces, like really good. And the band is tight, and Willie's awesome. And so she, they start fooling around and all that. And so you get that drama happening. And then the wife finds out, and Slim Pickens finds out and chases Willie with a gun. Anyways, it's a fun movie like that with tons of great concert performances. But what's the craziest thing about that movie? As I was looking it up later, because I was enjoying it so much. Oh, it's called Honeysuckle Rose, by the way, if you want to look it up. Honeysuckle Rose. I looked up like the behind the scenes stuff, and Willie in real life was also married at the time. And Willie in real life also got it on with the actress who played the young girl in the movie and broke up his marriage the exact same way his marriage breaks up in the movie. Isn't that insane?
His marriage broke up after the filming of this movie?
Yeah,
what you're saying?
He was fooling around with the young actress
okay.
in real life, just as his character was in the movie.
Was she hot?
Oh yeah, they're all hot. Yeah.
Yeah, but 1970s hot or 2020 hot?
No, they're all very sexy. They're like 80s hot, right? Which all that look is coming back around. So now or then, they're all hot. And I'd say the whole band played live to tape, except for her. Whenever she was on camera, she was just kind of holding the guitar, even though she was supposed to be a virtuoso guitar player. But I said, check that movie out, guys. That was a very fun movie. And you're going, country music. No, this is top notch Willie Nelson. And you can't really pigeonhole Willie Nelson into country music.
Are you talking about Diane Cannon?
Diane Cannon was his wife. Yeah, in the movie. She was hot. She had a sexy little body on her. And then the young girl was, I can't remember her name. But
Amy
you've seen
Irving?
her. You've seen her around too. Yeah.
She's been around. Oh, jeez, I can't.
Anyways, you can't pigeonhole Willie Nelson into just like he's a country. He's like, he brought so much blues and Americana to his music that you just can't. It doesn't even compare. When you hear country music nowadays and the garbage that is through our airways as country music, it's night and day. So don't let that turn you off from this movie.
I'm trying to see what she looked like in that movie.
Well, look up the movie.
I did, but takes you right to IMDb and stuff. What is this? God damn it. She doesn't look hot now.
Well, she's.
Oh, what's this? She have like pigtails on?
Yeah, she had braids at some point.
And there's one point here where she's singing with Willie in front of a microphone, and they're literally like quarter of an inch away from making out.
Yeah. That's it. That's the movie. And that's when the wife shows up too, and she gets up on stage. It was excellent movie.
Yeah, she's kind of cute, I guess.
And that was on Turner Classic Movies. So I don't know if they stream shit. Go look that up on Turner Classic Movies. Honeysuckle Rose. And that was the name of the tour bus. That's why they called it that. But it was very much autobiographical, I'd say.
I made your night. I know it.
It was good. I know you're not going to check it out, but
no, I don't have time for that.
Hey, before things get away from us, we got to do a quick Lotus Corner because there was important comments on last week's episode that you bailed on.
I didn't bail. I had to go.
Really?
What important stuff did you keep on talking about for the next half hour?
Well, I thought you listened to it.
No. Why would I listen to it?
Why not? Because it was entertaining. I finally got to talk about stuff and have a conversation, give and take with someone about interesting topics. By the way, that dummy who was saying stupid stuff about
what do you care?
His name was Bithead. Check out that guy.
I don't know why you care so much about him.
Why do you care? I watched you 8 hours watch nothing but that person.
I like to be entertained. Mm-hmm. And at this moment in my life, that's what's entertaining me. Mm-hmm. Somebody saying what he thinks.
You like to suck out the essence of anyways. Comments on last week's episode. Let's see if I can find them here. They are by our senior technical advisor, Lotus Start. He is happy we made the deal to get the big kid her MacBook Air, which she is still enjoying. It's not broke yet, so it's still working. He says she will be able to use that for years and don't need Apple Care. Good to hear. And he says if you ever have an issue, you don't take it to Staples. You can simply take it to an Apple store and they'll help you. Just make sure you register it under the iCloud account. Well, I forgot to let her know about that. I'm sure she did that, though. Even if you need help with an application, you can take it to the Apple store and they'll walk you through the app to explain it to you. I've had only awesome experience with a real Apple store. Not sure how the Apple reseller will help you like the real store would. And I've heard that too. The problem is in where we are from, what is there, an Apple store every 300 kilometers or something? It's
no, there's one at Yorkdale. And there's one at there's another mall on just 401 and 404. What is that?
401 and 404. Yorkdale Mall?
No, Yorkdale's on the 401. Anyway, just go to Yorkdale. That's the main Apple store where you're going to get stuff done.
No, isn't the Eaton Center? They got one.
No,
there's one in Newmarket.
Yorkdale's the main one. Just go there.
No, I would say the Eaton Center. Eaton.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, at Queen and
Eaton Center still open?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Didn't Eaton's close?
It's the major mall at Queen and Young.
I know.
Yep.
I don't go there. I don't want to get shot.
Okay. Then Lotus goes on to say, I'm going to go back to, this was part one of the comment. I'm going to go back to watching, listening because you didn't upload the audio. So I didn't get to download it.
I did upload it eventually.
I truly appreciate it if you can still do that. YouTube is cool if I'm at home, but when you're out walking around, you can't listen to YouTube without paying for YouTube Red. YouTube Red allows you to choose the YouTube app and still listen, whereas the free app makes the app open so you can't do anything else on your phone.
Oh,
I thought that was just a stupid glitch thing. I didn't realize
if you're
that
walking
was
around. Don't you just want to just listen to that one thing? You don't want to. Shouldn't be doing other stuff.
You shouldn't be doing anything.
Yeah,
Lotus. The problem is I asked him to publish it.
You should never walk and text.
That was dangerous. The problem. I asked him to publish it, and that immediately in his head goes, F that. I ain't doing that. And so then you let it breathe for 2 days. And if you ask again, it's only going to push it. So I let it breathe for 2 days. And then with my hat in my hand, went and asked him again to publish it. And still, now you're going to wait an extra week because you dared ask me a second time to publish that. So finally, as we were making plans to do this record, I said, are you sure there's a point to us doing this if we don't publish it and don't want people to watch it on YouTube? And then suddenly it got published. Mm-hmm.
You just presented your passive aggressiveness and the fact that
my passive mine.
You easily could have published it since it is saved to your YouTube channel.
It is our YouTube channel.
It's not our YouTube channel. It is your YouTube channel.
If you want to get into the reasons why you're suddenly making this your business, so we can air that out too.
I don't know why you couldn't just easily download the file and throw it up to Podbean yourself.
Because guess what?
Since
the two of us appear on this channel, that makes it our channel and is founded by us. Now we can get into what you may have said in regards to this channel vis-a-vis your own channel, but I don't know if you want that out there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know what you're talking about stuff you've said about this channel and how it should be locked down from any kind of viewing in comparison to my life and collecting, which should be totally open for viewing.
No, it shouldn't be. I fixed that for most of my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there you go.
I digress before I come off a little angry.
Get angry.
But your mug is on this channel.
Yeah.
And you are in the pioneering remarks of this channel. You were here in the beginning.
Okay, which means I should have some say.
What is your say vis-a-vis this channel? What?
I told you I wanted some things deleted, and you said no.
What?
So I wiped my hands of this channel.
But the same exact kind of content on your channel was fine, which was interesting to me.
Hold on. I said I wanted some things deleted, and you said no. Is that not correct?
That is absolutely not correct. What did you say you wanted deleted?
Certain videos.
No, you told me this whole channel should be locked in for kids viewing.
No, I said certain
thereby
videos.
Shutting it down.
Certain videos should be locked in for kids viewing.
Like what?
So.
And then I said, well, you have the same content on your channel. Are you locking yours down? No, mine is all fine, is what was said.
No, I
said,
deleted,
well, then
I deleted a whole bunch. I deleted a whole bunch and changed some of them and locked down some of them too.
Yeah, I changed it. You changed it to Epic Adult Collection. Yeah,
that's not how I changed it, dude.
Yeah, big change.
Anyway, since you don't give me any say with any of the videos here, I wipe my hands clean of it. So
you tell me what is inappropriate on this channel.
Doesn't matter. You don't listen to me.
That's exactly what you said. You said, so if they come after you, I have nothing to do with this channel. You're on your own.
It's all yours. It is. If you don't let me have any say in it, then what do you want me to do?
Please tell me.
I told you already.
You didn't. You said the whole channel should be blanketed. You said the whole channel should be blanketed.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Really? Your boring ass fucking videos about Jack White? What do those matter?
I don't know.
Those.
What does us doing pickup videos of
I'm just saying. I had no say. You don't give me any say, so that does not make it a fair thing.
And by the way, thanks for not helping me with the video last night too, which I
told you I wasn't going to. Don't ask me to do it on an overnight.
That makes no sense. But you worked on your own shit.
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything.
Really? Someone disappeared for a couple hours.
Yeah. Guess what I did?
I know what you did.
Yeah. I time warped.
You had to hold a camera for 8 minutes, and that was too much work for you.
I had a time warp instead.
So Lotus goes on. Oh, he talks about this.
So as I can say, you don't give me any say, so have fun.
That is baloney. That is full protein baloney.
No, it's not.
You pick out what videos should be taken down.
I already told you. I didn't say they need to be taken down.
Well, explain to me why a pickup video has to be made for kids.
Dude, who knows how fucking things work on here, okay?
But
I told you what I thought. You didn't let me have any say in it, so I
because in the same breath you said that content is fine on your channel, but it's not on our channel.
I walk away.
Then you walked away. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm left with, well, so we shut ours down.
No, I'm walking away from all responsibility.
Well, you don't get to do that.
Yes, I do, because as it's being recorded right now, you're giving proof that I am not allowed to do anything on it.
You're certainly allowed.
No, we've talked about it on other shows too.
Lord, help me.
So as I say, I walk away completely and wipe my hands 100%.
Well, if they come for me, I'm going to come for you too. How about that?
That's fine.
And then if something crazy happens and we get a check for $5,000, you don't want a piece of that either?
No, it's all yours.
No. Okay.
I'm giving you all credit now because it's only your channel.
Okay. Well, I still need your help shooting shit.
Take the $1 billion. Do whatever.
I still need your help shooting shit.
Just be reasonable when you ask me to do it.
Yeah. Can you hold this for 8 minutes?
You don't say it. Hey, yeah. I brought this. We're doing this tonight. Heads up. That's all I want.
Yeah, that was 5 hours heads up.
No.
Yeah.
Ask me the day before. Ask me.
Oh my God. I had it the day before.
No, you didn't. You never said that. You need to be clear. All I want is heads up. Because I've got in my head already what I'm going to be doing. And it doesn't involve going crazy.
As I said, we should be having fun on overnights.
Yes, we should.
We should be having fun, not what you're doing. And let me tell you, it's not healthy for you either. I see what's happening since we've started working across the hall from each other and you don't have me keeping you going through the night. It's not healthy, dude.
Look who I got to work with, okay?
Not healthy. You should become
I
over
work with pajama pants.
So you come over and we have fun.
You can't have fun with who you're working with either.
We take off. Go have fun. I worked at a place where we'd go for 3 hours and go play ping pong in a back studio. You make the best of it.
Those days are gone.
They don't have to be. Anyways, Lotus, if you're still listening about the YouTube thing, we couldn't find the download as an MP4 option anymore. I don't know if that's gone or what. And like, even as I look through our channel through the videos, and
the first time,
if you want to edit something, like edit the description, that function seems to be gone too. You have to go into the creator studio and then all these extra steps to get into an edit mode. Is something going on there? Lotus, let us know. Continuing on with his comment, we did talk about the water monitoring alarms, and our senior technical advisor had more information on it. He said some are spliced into your main cold water pipe, which takes readings of the water pressure and alerts you when it detects a constant flow outside of its normal behavior. So it's like a learning thing. So I don't like that because that sounds like you need someone to do it for you. And then he says the other type is the one he likes. It's called the Guardian. So this is a motor that clamps onto your cold water valve. So it just clamps on. It's a motor. It works whether you have a handle or a circle type shut off. It's very easy, no cutting. Just place the unit on top of your valve and clamp it to your copper pipe. Now I'm already imagining this. I can see that. I can see how it works. It's this thing. It clamps to the pipe. Some kind of mechanical thing will work the shut off valve. The second part of the installation is easier as it comes as little pods, and the pods are placed under every water valve in your house, such as sinks or even toilet valves. So the kit comes with 2 pods, but you can buy more. So anywhere under a sink, under your toilet, you just throw one of these pods. All this syncs with the app, and as soon as one of the pods feels a drop of water, it tells the main unit to shut off the water main. And the motorized valve handle thingy device is like having a robotic hand to turn the handle on the valve off. And then you get a notification that the valve will not turn back on until you tell the app that it's okay. It's not automatic, which I feel is a great idea, and it takes intervention from the user to turn the water back on. I kind of like that, except for having to put pods everywhere, but that's...
Yeah, it's a little bit less intrusive.
Anyways, I think it's a nice system, and Bill, you can do it all yourself. Heck, you can even make a video while installing it. System starts at $299, and extra sensors are $50 each.
That's going to add up fast.
Yeah, with all your bathrooms. But I do like that. That's I assume in the future that'll be cheaper. Like, I assume it'll soon be just a tiny little strip, an adhesive strip you put on the floor behind your toilet or something, like those, those little tile things you can buy for your keys that will, if your keys get lost, those little things. I bet you it'll become that small. And he supplied the link. So if you want the link to this, go to Start to Continue YouTube channel for last week's episode, and in the comments, he gives you the link. And then to Buried on Mars, he says, I hear you that as well. Maintain Windows machine may last. The parts in an Apple computer are not off the shelf, meaning the motherboards are custom made, sending instructions to each component, which yields an optimized system, whereas PC manufacturers don't have the ability to write to bare metal hardware. And yeah, personally, I never thought of it that way. For me, I also like Apple because I can use any open source application and compile it quickly using the native terminal app on a Mac due to the OS being natively Unix. Having wonderful eye candy shell on an ironclad Unix subframe is what makes Apple superior to any sloppy, dirty Windows code. Maybe when Kevin is on again, we can talk more. Actually, I'd love to. Someone should organize a nice debate. Get Kevin on there and Lotus and RetroPixel. Throw some QDog on there and have these guys at it. Let's finally get to the bare nuts of the situation.
Speaking of QDog, Eric just popped on saying, "Hello, what's this?" Does he not know that we've been doing this?
No, he doesn't even know about our podcast. He follows Polykill, and that's about it, from what I understand. From what I've seen on boards, anyways.
Eric, this is how we record our show now.
In the good old days, we would actually interact with our listeners and bring them on.
Well, we've gone heavy now anyway, so it's time to wrap up. And because I've only had 2 hours sleep today, so I need to...
Again, see, that's what I'm talking about. What you're doing is not healthy.
Good. I hope I die. I just fast forwards that clock. The sooner the better. Just take some pills and go to sleep. That's all I want. All right, wrap her up, man.
Well, so this episode...
I forgot to mention... I don't know why I didn't bring it up sooner, too. Remember I was talking about the doctor and how I wanted to switch doctors?
Yeah. Doctors. Well, wait a minute. Found
a new family doctor. So
the whole I'm mixing it up with your massage. You didn't like your massage therapist.
No.
What happened with your doctor?
A man hands. And she's not hot. Well, we had our interview today with the new doctor who's 6 years out of medical school. Female doctor. Seems really nice. So we signed the consent forms today. So she's going to start pulling our records and the whole family's going over to her. Because my kids don't have a family doctor. My wife and I are seeing the same one, but he's not staying in touch with things. That's how we feel. And he's also not listening to my wife with concerns that she has about certain things and coming up with suggestions or other ideas as to how she may cope with some issues. So enough was enough. And this one's actually super close too. So yeah, I met her today, had about a half-hour interview where she asked us questions and we just asked her a couple things and that was it.
Where's she from?
What do you mean? Where's she from?
Well, because like family doctors are in short supply around here and they usually recruit them from somewhere. Is she from the area or?
I didn't ask. I don't know.
Is she Italian?
No, she's Indian, I want to say. But I think it seems like she was born here. I don't know. She doesn't have like an accent or anything like that, right? But I just like the fact that she's super new out of medical school. And
you like that.
She's really open to, certain things and new things that the new changes via the government and stuff like that. So I don't want to get into too much detail, but
okay.
Yeah, Eric was on the show. Sorry, Eric. Shit.
Yeah,
I'm
good one.
tired. That's why.
Good one.
Well, he said, "What's this?" I go, "I don't know. What do you mean, what's this?" That's how I interpreted it. So anyway, yeah, excited about that at least. Not that I go to the doctor very often, but
And Mrs. Q Dog is asking a very important question.
is she hot? I'm not attracted to her, Melissa.
Whoa. Well, what happens? You know,
she's not pretty, but she's just not my type.
not Italian.
I don't like Italians.
Oh, right. I forgot. You like.
I like manja cakes.
Yeah, well, I was gonna. What about you're at a certain age where things need to be checked? You gonna be all right with that?
Yeah, I've never had a prostate physical check. That should be something done every year.
Yeah, you haven't had to drop the old drawers for anything?
No.
Other than your famous vasectomy, which you never got done.
Yeah, that was a big waste of me just showing my privates off to some dude. I should get that done. I just though a friend of mine just had a hernia operation like 2 days ago. And he went his doctor did it without doing the mesh, which I think is the better way of doing it. I don't like that mesh because I know a bunch of people that have had it, and it's something that you supposedly can always sort of like feel. I've heard too many horror stories about them going wrong through medical shows, but would you ask me?
I don't know. If you've had to drop the drawers.
Oh yeah, no, the bum check. What's it called again? God, I'm tired. You know, the thing guys have to have checked every year.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
Prostate.
You ever had that done?
Inadvertently.
What'd you say?
Inadvertently.
By a doctor?
He said he was. I don't know. It took,
I guess you would have to do that, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, book that so we can.
I want the one where they knock you out and then they stick the tube up there. They just do camera work.
Shit! I'm actually due for that. You're reminding me. I'm a year late getting that done.
Why are you getting that done?
I have to get that done every 5 years.
Because of your age?
Well, yeah, but there's a history of colon cancer in the family. My father is a colon cancer survivor, so that puts all of his children at risk. Something you have to get
5
done.
years long enough? I'd be doing that like every.
Well, they have it bracketed in ages. So once you get to a certain age, then it's every 2 years kind of thing. And so at my age, which I'm so young, it's only every 5 years. But I was supposed to go last year, and they called me. I'm like, I'll do it later. And I mean, it's super easy procedure. It's the whole preparation of drinking the liquids and then crapping your brains out.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, well, there's a whole day of fast. You would not be able to handle that.
I'd get angry about that.
Yeah, and then they put you out for
fast overnight though.
No, the whole day before is a fast. Yeah,
I'd get angry.
Yeah, well, you can have Jello and clear liquidy things, but
you know how much Jello I'd be eating? Fill me up.
And then you got to do the thing the next day, and then they put you out for it, which is fine. But then you need to have someone there to take you home and all that. They won't just release you to your own.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, so you want to drive me then?
No, I'm too far away.
Thank you.
What? How far away are you? Get our coworker to come grab you.
Oh, you're a coworker, dummy.
Yeah, but I don't live in your city.
No, it's too. Yeah, no. Anyways,
I should get that prostate stuff done at some point because sometimes it hurts. Hope it's just gas. But it's been hurting for like the last 5 years. So,
what do you mean your prostate has been hurting?
You get like the sharp stabbing pains.
No, I don't know.
That's why I think it's just gas. It's not all the time.
But why do you say it's your prostate that's hurting?
Because that's where it shoots.
I think you should get something looked at.
Nah.
I don't know.
If it is a fiddle,
like
unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Well, since this is the end of the show, can I open this up for people to come in and say hi?
No, I gotta go. It's 11 o'clock. I haven't slept.
I gotta go. Well, you can go. I'm gonna open the floor up for a wrap-up show, and if anyone wants to come on, that's fine. If not, we'll close the show up.
Thanks to Eric and Melissa and Lotus for popping by.
So there's a link there in the comments if anyone wants to jump in for a post STCPod wrap-up chat, fireside chat, and we can talk about Joe and everything that me and Joe talked about. And you can help me come on my side of the argument and help me work through what Joe's trying to do with everything. And there's no fear of him, listening to it later.
Now I will be listening.
Question for you before you go, though. Will you be publishing this? And at what time? Oh, and Lotus did answer that.
Today's Friday, so I'll probably publish it on Monday.
Okay. Lotus says, let me show you here. You need to be in Creator Studio, and then you can click on the videos and download them.
Yeah, see, I thought you could do that, but you got to be in Creator Studio. That's where I saw it then, I guess.
I don't know why they keep changing things. I go through that Creator Studio, which I hate. It's no good. So that's what you want to do.
Thanks for finding that, Lois. All right. I'm going to Betty Bye.
All right. You can hang up. I'm hanging in. See if anyone will show up.
You got Eric coming in there.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya. I'm removing Joe from the stream. Yet he's still in the tray listening just to see if I say anything. So Eric did ask if what happened to this week's episode. We were supposed to record Tuesday night. We were supposed to do this Tuesday night at 9:30, but my daughter, the big kid, had a volleyball tournament after school, and I don't know, I just figured it would be done at like supper time, but it was a full-on tournament, and her team went to the Final Four, so we were still playing volleyball at 9 at night, or she was, and by the time I got in the car, and it was like 9:30, and I said to Joe, this ain't gonna happen. Either we push it back till 10:30 or we don't go. And Joe, ever the enthusiastic participant, said, so let's cancel this yet. So okay, so I canceled it, or he canceled it, and we pushed then we worked for 2 days, and he will not do anything on overnights anymore, so we couldn't record on overnights, and I changed this thing to be on at Friday night. So that's why we're doing it Friday night. So it's still STC Pod on a Friday. It still happens. It's still here. It still counts. And I don't remember what Joe said about publishing, but he will publish at some point, hopefully. Just don't ask him. I'm not asking him. That's all there is to it. I see we do have some folks lining up for the wrap-up show, the STCPod wrap-up show. They're clamoring in front of the computer. I don't know if they got everything right. I got a thumbs up. So I'm adding to the stream.
Oh man. Hello.
Here we go. It's Melissa.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, great.
So good to see you.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
Good.
It's Mrs. Q Dog.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't so I didn't see it. You didn't usually do a little announcement that you guys are going live.
Well, I don't know if you've heard the last couple shows, but Joe has put the kibosh on a lot of announcements, and he doesn't want people to watch it or participate. So I don't know what to do. So I didn't put any kind of announcement out, but this thing was queued up on YouTube since Tuesday. So if you hit the reminder bell.
All right, I'll hit the reminder bell.
You gotta hit the reminder bell, and I'll tell you when we go. So
well, and usually, like when you do it on Tuesdays, we are, I don't know, I've got whatever mom duty or whatever, so it hasn't been working out. So, but it's Friday, so Friday night we're free. Friday
night is free time.
That's right. Kids get to play upstairs, and we get to play downstairs. Oh,
before Eric cleans everything up, what's going on back there?
I think those were Amazon purchases.
You can't hide that stuff, Eric. We see it all. How do I make you full screen here?
No, you don't need to make us full screen.
It's got to be a way. No, I'm not.
Everyone's here for Bill.
No. God, I love watching your Amazon stuff come in. You guys,
we got like 2 packages today from Target too.
Oh man, you haven't got your doorbell thing going yet, eh? See, if you do that, you could put that live stream up as like a subscription thing, and people would pay to watch that. Watch all the deliveries come.
See how many packages we get today?
Yeah, it
could be like a pool, right? How many packages are the Q Dogs getting today?
That's a great idea. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. It's so ironic that of all those packages, none of them are the streaming doorbell.
I know. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, it's a subscription every month, another, monthly fee.
It's nothing. Yeah. It's nothing. Pennies. Pennies
on the dollar.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely get one.
I know. I look at them at Costco because they have them at Costco here all the time on sale, like especially at like Christmas time. So maybe next year.
Well, I got mine with the points from the shoppers, so I didn't have to feel guilty about it.
It's like free money.
Yeah, and then I was surprised that there was a subscription service. When you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, of course, someone has to pay for all this streaming. You're literally live streaming 24 hours a day. And then, I thought about the security thing. Oh, anyone can hack in and see my driveway. I'm like, well, what? I don't care. What do I care if they're watching my driveway?
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I love it. I love all the Nest products.
Yeah. I feel like maybe with you, it's more, there's more of a pattern, but I feel like we're kind of erratic in our day to day. That there would because Nest is supposed to kind of like the Nest thermostat, isn't it supposed to kind of like find a pattern in your routine and then adjust it accordingly?
Yeah, it's confused as all heck with me because I work shift worker nights and then days and nights. It doesn't know what's going on, but the one nice thing, it knows when the house is empty, and then it'll just I'm sure I can turn myself down now, and it'll do that for sure, and you don't have to worry about it powering itself up when no one's there.
How does it know you're empty?
Well, it knows me for sure because my phone is gone. And then It just monitors the room somehow, and if it doesn't detect movement for a certain amount of time, it knows the house is empty, I guess. I don't know. Again, I'd have to defer to our senior technical advisor, Lotus Stark, for more details on it.
So is your phone connected to it via Bluetooth? Is that how it knows that your phone is gone?
Maybe, or it's the Wi-Fi.
That's what I would guess.
Well, it's an app, and I don't know.
Okay.
Lotus, help me out here. But it does keep an eye on me. It knows what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can you like also like tell it to turn on before you get home? Like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes before you get home so the house warms up before you walk into your cold house, or?
Yeah, for sure. And if you were on a regular schedule, it would already have that figured out for you.
Okay.
But it also works with the Google, the little Google
Home thing? Google.
Those little pods, right? So if I'm laying in bed or something, I'll just go, "Hey Google, turn the heat on, man," and it turns the heat on for you. So that's kind of handy. Or so the furnace often wakes me up. Like I'm just very in tune to any kind of noise. So if the furnace starts going at, I sleep at weird times. So if anytime the furnace wakes me up, I can just yell at Google to go back to whatever. Which is handy. So yeah, love it. Love the Nest products. You got to get some. You're getting everything else.
Well, we got that range hood, so we got that going for us.
Yeah, the range hood. Good job with the in the Q Dog houses. They're back.
Yes. Well, Mrs. Round 2, Mama Round 2. I mean, she pushed us up over the edge. Should be thanking her.
Well, that was insanity when that moment happened.
I know. That was insanity. Yep. So, we're doing those every week. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more to do this
in front
week.
of the range hood, too.
In front of the range hood, and it was real this week. There was no big fake, as some may have been discussing last week.
Well, yeah, Eric did tap on the green screen behind him, so that was very real. Yeah.
Well, you're just gonna have to come out here sometime and find out, Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Someday. I like it better when you guys come this way.
Oh, is that better?
Yeah.
Is that easier for you?
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe a little cheaper.
Yeah. So how much of this show did you get to see? Just the end?
Yeah, I got on when Eric got on. So we had kind of a late dinner, so we were discussing some things. Our I don't know if I should say this online. Eric's going to probably kill me.
Yeah, you should say it.
Our children have an opportunity to go on a trip to Rome next year.
My God.
No, well, first of all, it's not paid for. Like, we would have to pay for it. Okay, so it's not like... So it's like a big deal.
Not for Q Dogs.
No, it's a huge deal.
So, like, what does that mean? Like, they're going to go on their own? You're just going to drop them off at the Greyhound service?
Like, the school is like this. No, the school has like teamed up with a tour group, and they're offering like a discounted. I don't know what their discount is. Pennies on the dollar is the discount, and so they're going to go as a group with some of the teachers, kind of a thing. Yeah.
Well, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So all of them?
No. It's just the middle schoolers. So it would be two of them are eligible. So.
Well, that's good. You want, the ones that can appreciate it, not the ones that are bored during it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure, I was thinking back to when I was in 8th grade we took a trip to Washington, D.C. We took a bus, like the whole class, the whole middle school class took a bus. And I remember being on the bus. I remember that we went to the Washington Monument, but somehow we got there like super late, or there was like a delay or something. And like, we didn't get to bed till like 11 or something. And I was like super crabby. And then I remember there's like an open grassy area park outside the Smithsonian, if I remember correctly. Have you ever been there?
No.
Okay. I don't know, maybe somebody is out there be out there re-listening or rewatching this and yelling. So it's just like this big open grassy area. And I just remember laying there with my friends listening to George Michael on tape on my Walkman. And that's what I remember of my Washington, D.C. trip. And we went like to all these places, right? But that's what I remember.
That's true. Yeah.
And I was in 8th grade.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
One of ours will be in 8th grade and the other one will only be in 6th grade. And we're talking going over to like Rome and Pompeii.
Yeah. That's a tough one. We had class trips too in grade 7 and 8. Like when we got to 7 and 8 was like a shared class.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a new teacher, and he came in, and that was his deal. He's like, "This is what we do. This is what I do. I do this to my student. Do this for my students every year. We sell hot dogs all year, and then we save up the money. And we go on a class trip."
Okay.
So I think grade 7, I think we just went to Toronto. So a bus trip to Toronto. It's like a 3-hour drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the accommodations was gymnasiums of hosting schools. So you'd be sleeping at night on the cold floor of a gym.
Mm-hmm.
And then food was all paid for it was all organized out of the proceeds. So you'd get one good restaurant meal a day kind of thing. And the rest of the meals were just like McDonald's stuff, cheap stuff. But it was all paid for. And yeah, like you said, I don't really remember. I think, we definitely did the CN Tower and we did a baseball game. I remember that. I remember that, like the schools, it was rough sleeping in the schools. It was rough getting showers because there'd be like one shower and the teacher was like, "You got 3 minutes and 10 seconds each."
Oh my gosh.
And he was on it, man. If you like to the minute, he's banging on that thing. So that was tough. But and then the next year we went to Ottawa, another bus trip to Ottawa, and I remember a few museums. And I think it's very worthwhile. But I think at that age you don't need to see like some of the greatest things on earth. Like you could do a shorter trip somewhere around you, and it would be just as impactful, maybe. Mm-hmm. Rather than all the way to Pompeii, like you say.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that's kind of something. We just had a meeting last night, so it's being discussed. What's being discussed in the Q Dog house this week?
But Q Dog money makes no difference.
This is like bill money.
This is
bill money that we need.
What was it? A couple of weeks ago, we learned that Joe had a trip to Dubai in college. Mm-hmm. That was insane.
I know. And isn't he doing Disney this year?
Yeah. Well, it says so. Yeah. Yeah.
My goodness.
So, yeah. He gets lots of trips in.
I know. That was surprising when I heard that.
I'd like to do Disney too, but it seems like a bit of work.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been there. So I'd have to organize everything myself and figure out these kids and all that, and Just sounds like a big headache. But,
I will say that I felt the thought of it was kind of overwhelming, but you get yourself a travel agent that does like all they do is Disney. And they'll set you up and tell you what to do. Now, I did read some books. I got some books from the library and read through them and stuff. And then there's an app now. There's a Disney app, and it tells you like how long for a ride and stuff. And you can easily do these fast passes. So it wasn't as daunting as I thought it would be.
I have heard that too from friends who have come back. Where like as soon as you get off your plane, there's someone there wrangling you to go wherever,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we took a little bus right to our hotel, and there it was. So yeah, it was, and because because there's like meal plans you can do, right, too, and so I kind of like freaked out about that. I was like, oh, we're not gonna like get to eat with a character. I missed because I think the meal options open up, I want to say like 6 months in advance or something. It's at least like 3 or 4. And I was like, oh, and I missed it. And I was like, well, that's it. We're eating at the McDonald's down the street now. But it turns out that people change their plans when they're there all the time, or people will book things and then they won't go on that trip. They'll postpone it or whatever. And so stuff opens up all the time. So like at night, like we'd be back at our hotel and like I'd be getting ready for bed and I'd look at the app and I'd be like, oh, we're going to go to Magic Kingdom tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, look, this dining place is open at 2. Let's take it. And it wasn't open, at all before the trip, before we were even there.
I see.
So.
Well, they do have quite the push on now too with ads. They're offering some free meal plans to Canadian plans right now.
Oh.
And there's 20% off plans for Canadians. Like there's a real push right now. I guess it's the time of year to get the Canadians out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I like doing nothing.
There is some enjoyment in doing nothing, I gotta say. When we were on vacation for Christmas, we were running all the time, and it was rough. I was wanting to do nothing. We usually get a lot of downtime, and we didn't have any.
Yeah, tell me about when I was a kid, I did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
So that's what you're used to.
Yeah, we had family trips. Our family lived like our older family, related family lived. It was a 6-hour car ride, and so that would be our trip. 6 hours. Me and my 2 sisters. So that's 5 people in a car for 6 hours. Guess who's sitting in the middle on the back seat on the hump? And there were no video games, no nothing. You could have a book.
Yeah.
But hey, chances are you're driving at night. Is that a flashlight on in the back seat? I can't see nothing. Oh God. I guess I'll sleep. Oh wait, I'm sitting on a hump. It was rough. Well, I remember the chief travel companion was a Simon Says.
Oh.
Had one of those, but that was very annoying, and you couldn't play that for very long.
That didn't get annoying to your parents? I think.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. At one point, though, we had a very big, like a van. And my dad was a contractor, a handyman, cabinet maker, the whole thing. So he bought this van as stock, nothing inside of it. Nothing inside. And he installed captain chairs in the front. And then he built out the whole inside to have like 3 chairs sitting around a table in the back.
Oh, wow.
And then beyond that, you had the entire back. So on this journey, you could just go, you know what, I'm just going to go lay down in the bed and, make a bed in the back and then sleep like time travel like Joe does. So those were okay trips, but I remember those trips in the car was just woof. That was rough. And in all kinds of snow, whiteout conditions. And I remember getting I don't know, we ran out of gas or had car trouble or something, and it was a whiteout, and we had to park at the side of the highway. And I mean, you couldn't even see the other side of the road. And I think my parents knew there was a service station like just a little bit ahead. And so my dad's like, well, I'm going to have to go walk out to that service center. And, we had to say a prayer for him before he left because we weren't sure if we were going to see him again. Because it was that much of a whiteout.
Wow.
And there's some dicey trips for sure. Yeah.
We used to do like kind of like a mini family vacation every summer, my mom, but we would go where we could drive because my mom never flew. So, and we didn't have a lot of money. So we'd just go up to like Wisconsin, or we go down to St. Louis and, or Indiana. We just go over the border to Indiana, and we did a lot of like brewery tours, and, we'd go up and just see Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or go down to St. Louis, Missouri. So just little local trips.
Well, there's lots of talk today. It seems the Cartridge Club is doing their Twitter push on the C3 happening out there.
Yes.
On your compound.
Yes, so, I know. Isn't that exciting?
So what's going on? Are you heading any kind of planning committees on that? Is there anything you can...
I am the head of nothing.
That's not true.
Not even this house. So the kids rule the roost. So yeah, so they're coming out here, I guess. So yeah, PRGE is August 14th through the 16th. It starts Friday night, like around 3ish. I think they usually open the doors for PRGE itself. You can get your badge, and
Start getting ready for bed.
The arcade is open, and there's a few vendors inside who try to sell you some expensive stuff. And then Saturday and Sunday all day is the vendor floor. So yeah, and I guess it says that there's some kind of event going on Friday. The C3 event is Friday, so.
Oh, is it?
Yep, that's what it said. So Friday the 14th. And then I guess there's a dinner too. Now I'll probably head up to dinner. I might.
Oh yes,
because I have done that in the past.
Yes, you are the queen of the dinners. That's for sure. So let's see, it's like 11:30 my time here. That puts it 8:30 for you.
Yes.
And kids are being herded towards their bedrooms right now.
That's right. I kind of laughed when you talked to Joe about the bedtime for his children, because I'm more on the Joe side. Eric and I are more on the Joe side than on the Bill side for bedtime for children.
Yeah, that's harsh.
So
that's harsh.
8:30 is early for bedtime?
No, not for the little kid. I want her in bed at 8:30 for sure. Yeah, the big kid, I really stopped caring about her.
Yeah, you're
a long time ago.
So it's more like, okay, everybody go get ready, brush teeth, get dressed, and then our big kid, who's still younger than yours, she'll stay up and read, and our middle one, she will sometimes stay up a little bit, but she needs her rest. She likes to sleep. So she kind of needs her rest. So she'll, she's usually asleep by 9, I would say. So.
Yeah. Well, it's even the big kids. They need their sleep.
Yeah, I know.
They're dummies.
Yeah, I know. But my big, like around 9:30, I would say my big kid turns out the lights and then goes to sleep. And so that works for her. She's not usually crabby or anything, but my middle one, like she woke up about 25 minutes late yesterday for school. Like she overslept because we hadn't been, because we were closer to the 9 o'clock every night when we were getting ready this week. So I caught up to her.
Yeah, it's very hard for the big kid here to get out of bed. I've tried to come up with many ways to get her out of bed.
What about the cold water?
Well, I don't want to get out of bed. It's not my job to be out of bed. It's her job to get out of bed. And her school starts really early. So she's got to be, if she wants to do all of her, accouchement, she's got to get up early. And like she'll sleep through anything. So I finally, her birthday was just at the beginning of the month.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So I got her a Fitbit because they have the, it'll vibrate your arm. So surely that will wake her up.
Of course.
But then you got to get her to wear it. So I give up. These kids, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh, what a drama fest, because all Christmas, the littlest kid was just talking about Fitbits like crazy because one of her friends had a Fitbit or something. So she's just all about Fitbits, and her Christmas has already been taken care of. And I kept, look, you're too little for a Fitbit. It doesn't even fit your arm. You're too little. Oh, it didn't. Anyways, prior to Christmas, I already gotten the big kid her Fitbit, like way early. So I'm trying to cool off the little kid for her Fitbit while I know the big kid is getting one for her birthday. And when the big kid opened her Fitbit, the little kid tried to put on a brave face and then broke into tears. Like, what can you do?
I remember Eric will tell you this too. He would ask for things when he was a kid. He'd be like, I want this Transformer, or I want, this He-Man, or, I want this. And his other brother, like, would never come up with stuff. His younger brother, or, he wouldn't know what he wanted or whatever. So Eric's mom would take ideas from Eric and give it to his little brother.
Whoa.
And he would always be like, oh, man, I wanted that. So.
Yeah, my parents would rarely take my list literally. Very rarely. It's like it's all right there. It's just that's what you just get that thing and it'll be good. I got you a sweater. There's the big dog.
But Cordelia wants to talk to you about something.
Okay, so you want to swap?
Yeah, let me swap her.
All right, we're gonna swap.
Oh, cute dog swapping.
Hold on. All right, Bill.
It's good talking to you, Melissa. Okay. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
You might be back.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna talk to her. I was just
Hello?
telling him how Jeff
Eric.
Bill.
Eric.
How we doing?
Good. Doing good.
You're not mad at me, are you? We're still pals, right?
Oh, still pals. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, still
Good.
pals.
I don't want anything being read into too deeply.
Well, someone had a real opportunity to spread the word, but
Well, like I said, those guys they talk about their ground game, so I thought I would do a little ground game work for them.
Oh, sure, yeah. What do the rest of us need? Hey, at least I know now how you voted this year for Podcast of the Year.
I don't think you can make any assumptions. I was thinking of the ground game. We're here. As soon as we saw it, we were finishing dinner, and as soon as we saw you guys were live. And by the way, that tweet, I don't know if you saw me tweet about my favorite content creators, and it was the upcoming premiere. Did you see me tweet about that?
You said
that was you.
Okay.
I saw the thing come up, and I'm like, oh, there's a new STCPod thing. Oh, it's an upcoming. It must be this. Was it for this one?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was disappointed. Yeah. I'm glad, though. I was just coming home from work today thinking, where is today's episode? What's going on?
Yeah, we were supposed to record on Tuesday, but I had a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You don't have. Yeah, you explained it already. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, we're always thinking about STC.
Good. We're down to 2 listeners, so it's good that the 2 are still here.
The other one's not. It might be my Xbox. I'm sorry. It might be just you and me.
Good.
I don't need to keep you. Melissa, the kids, the girl. I don't know. my kids sometimes, some questions have to go to mom, It frustrates Melissa because the girl, she's like, why don't you just ask your dad? He's right there. And because I know why they don't ask me, and they know why, because I don't know anything. Mommy knows everything. They don't bother asking me because I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, eat that. I don't know what that is, but if you want to eat it, go for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm joking around. I don't need to keep you on, Bill. I wanted to say hi.
No, I'm glad to talk to you. Tell me about the Q-Dog house. How's that going? Moving the whole set and everything?
Well, I heard. I think it was the end of your podcast from last week. I don't know. I thought Kevin was joking around, but he's said it a couple times now. I don't want to have to do a whole lot of setup, so I just bring the camcorder in there, and that's what we have. It's just a little camcorder we bought for to film the kids when they were babies. I didn't want to move lights around and all that stuff, so it was you that mentioned sort of the backlighting and stuff like that. The lighting's not going to be good. It's going to be whatever we can do in the kitchen because, to be honest with you, I don't feel like setting it up. And honestly, I'd like to see us get out of the kitchen in front of the range hood altogether. But
no way.
Technically speaking, with that contribution, we got to do the whole year in front of the range hood. Not only did it make us meet our $500 goal to do Q-Dog House for a year, we also got another $500 over 50. It had to be $520, $10 per week. We got another $520 over. So we got to do every week in front of that stupid range hood.
Yeah, it was great. You gave that option out, like trying to eke out another $10 or something.
Yeah.
And then you got slammed for the whole year.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, look, we thought the 500. We had been watching the other groups, So we thought, wow, 500, that'd be really great, but that's a pretty much a stretch goal based on what we've been seeing so far. So we're really grateful. The contributions came in, and everybody contributed. A bunch of people contributed. I know you did too, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do it again. Maybe we'll. It seems narcissistic though to say, "Oh, we'll do these videos if you guys pay up." I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what kind of setup we're going to do in front of the range hood. I'll probably just do what I've been doing and turn on all the kitchen lights.
Yeah, no, it looks good. You're framed good. Everything looks good. Yeah.
Look, we do the videos for fun. There's only so much production work I want to put into them,
No, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
So,
Q-Dog House is supposed to be really fast. Just the bulk of the time is supposed to be just the recording of it. I'm not supposed to do very much on the production of the video itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you put out another video today? Something else popped up.
Oh, we've been trying to catch up on our because the holidays caught up with us. We never did November pickup, so we released that last Friday, and then today I released our December pickups. So we're just trying to. Right now, the only videos we do are our Q-Dog House now and the monthly pickups. So we got to get some new content out there. But yeah, I did the December pickup video today. And we've been doing a year in review the last couple of years, so I got to work on that, and that might be coming out sometime soon. And
oh wow,
I got a couple other ideas, but I don't know. We're it's fun to make some of these videos, some of the stuff that we regularly do. Whatever. Half the monthly pickup videos, that half of that's for me,
Sure. Yeah.
I do it and I record it and I put it together, and then every now and then I'll go back and look at an old one and say, what was going on that month, and it kind of refreshes my memory.
Yeah, that's I'm the same reason. It's good to have, because to be honest with you, my spreadsheeting, you're gonna hate this. I probably haven't done any spreadsheeting in over a year. I just let it go.
What were you spreadsheeting? Your game stuff, or just
yeah, all pickups and exchanges was going in a spreadsheet to keep a look on the bottom line, but then it just let it go.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I can certainly understand. I've been upgrading mine to do some things that I want to sort of track some cumulative and long-term stuff, and add some new fields for tracking, and it's been a lot of work. So I can certainly understand why you wouldn't want to do it. And every time I buy something, you know, you got to spend a few minutes and enter it into the spreadsheet. So
Yeah.
So I can understand, but I don't know. You might want that record at some point in the future. I really don't know what to tell you.
Well, I did like it, and the whole summary tells you, you know, whether you're in the black or in the red, and how things are looking.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Derek does that too. I know. You know, he keeps track of his whole collection to see whether he tries to get his collection for free, basically, right? By buying stuff, keeping what he wants, selling the rest, and he's always keeping track of where he is in the red or the black on that one. Interesting. I'm nowhere near. There's no way. I've definitely paid out of pocket for my collection. I don't do all that dollar dork stuff.
You're the mighty Q dog. You go in heavy.
Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to lighten up a little bit. In fact, we're going to an expo tomorrow. It's the swap meet, and I think I'm probably going to not spend too much money. I've been getting into this Atari collection, which is fun because the cartridges are so cheap. You know, you can walk out of there with 50 cartridges for, well, if you're lucky, $50. But Atari cartridges are going up a little bit. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I really, my December and November pickup videos might, betray this, but I think I've cut back quite a bit. So different times, man. Things are slowing down.
Well, look at behind you. The shelves are full. What can you do?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. I don't have any place to put anything, so if I want more stuff, I got to get rid of it. But there's some. You're right. When we first started doing this, I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to get, and now it's like, well, I kind of have everything. Now I'm just collecting for collection purposes,
Yeah, I'm the same way. I was looking through bins for stuff I didn't have or didn't recognize, and now it's like, now it's more me looking through my collection going, do I really want that anymore? Should this go?
Sure. Yeah, I've got a hankering to start doing some of that myself. Start stuff that I went out thrifting or whatever, and it's like, oh, you don't see this game too often. Grab it, and now it's like, well, this is actually all junk. I'm never going to play these old PS2 games that I found for $3, so I get rid of them. We'll see. Yeah. I'm trying to get into it. I had some stuff online before we left for the holidays. Didn't sell, and I took it down because I wasn't going to be able to ship it while I was gone. So I need to get that stuff back up and see if I can get some stuff out of the house selling it. Some of it I might just have to get rid of, just give away.
You don't have much happening on the eBays.
No, not right now. No.
You don't sell much on eBay?
I do. I haven't in years, and when I do, I grab maybe 15 or 20 items because I only want to deal with it. I deal with it all in one day. I take pictures, I write up the descriptions, I post everything, and I used to do at all auctions. So I'd put it all up on a Sunday, and I'd have it end at a certain time, like in the middle of a Sunday afternoon, and I just have the auction go for 7 days. So then it would end on a Sunday, and I thought that was good because I could work on it on Sunday. The auction would end on Sundays when people are maybe at home, or they can snipe it at the end or whatever. I don't even know if eBay works that way anymore, but I did it so the auctions ended when people were maybe not at work. I've seen auctions where it ends at 3 a.m. It's like, well, what the hell, dude? I mean, that's good for me as a buyer, but I don't know how good it is for you for a seller because I want people to fight over it in the last few minutes. That's where prices can really, at least for auctions, that's where prices can really, go up as people try to snipe it. Of course, now with bots and everything, I don't know if that's still true, but yeah. But anyway, I used to do auctions so they'd end on all at the same day, so I could just get them, ship them out, and get rid of them. But I haven't done eBay in a few years now.
Yeah, I still have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah. Well, you've gotten burned a couple times. Makes me nervous. It really does. Well,
I think you, being in the States, I think you automatically have an advantage over us. I don't know why, but anything I go and list, I always look up to see what things have sold for in the past or what it's going for. And things will be selling like hotcakes, and I'll put the exact same thing up and it'll sit there stagnant. Really? Why? Why can't this sell? I'm cheaper than anyone else, and it still just sits there. So I don't know. And now eBay has changed a couple things, or maybe I haven't noticed it before, but now if you just clicked, if you list your item and you just click it as used, eBay now pre-fills that used listing for you.
Yeah.
And now it says used includes items that are just returned and works as well as when was new.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah, like I sell 40-year-old electronics.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yeah. You have to do what is it, as is or something now, or what?
So if you want to go by the letter of the law and not be burnt, you have to sell everything as not working or for parts.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
That's too low. That's too low, right? Because this is the kind of stuff that worries me, Bill. That I've heard some of your stories, and it's like, well, I don't know. I try to listen. I listen to the Dollar Dorks. I listen to what Chris has to say, Derek, and I listen to what you have to say. And so, I don't know.
They need to come up with new categories or something. Like I literally sold a radio from the 50s and I had to put it as used, but under those pre-filled things, there's no way it would, it should be underused, but I'm not going to put it as broken.
Yeah.
It's working, but I'm sure the tubes aren't like they're new.
Sure.
It's from the 50s. It's just crazy.
So do you have any other options to like edit it once it's pre-filled in or what? Or not use the pre-filled option?
You can write whatever you want, but that pre-filled thing supersedes all else.
All right.
And some sellers have had buyers come back asking for returns, and even though the seller wrote a huge paragraph this is as is, I found it in this condition, it's a static display piece, it's this, and they can go back and say, oh yeah, but you said it was used and should work as well as when it was new. Like, oh,
for heaven's sake.
Well, I'm screwed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was hoping to get some stuff on eBay, but I guess I'll have to look out for that.
I mean, you got to just roll the dice and hope people are reasonable. Like I sold that radio and it has a hum in it, and I put that in the description that there's a hum.
Yeah.
But that's going to happen with a tube radio from the 50s, and they're more than happy with it after they got it.
Okay, good. So
I think too, like Derek puts out some stuff, and Chris Roberts, about bad buyers on Twitter, that they come across, and I've certainly had them too, but I think definitely we're more victim of it because we sell to game buyers, and game buyers can be
babies.
Yeah, dummies.
Dummies.
So like when I sell vintage pieces of real electronics or, art or something like that, people know what they're buying, they know what to expect, and they buy it, and there's very little. But when you sell to gamers, it's a whole new thing, right?
Yeah.
So
listen, I just remembered, let me mention something unrelated. That Fiero guy, that Fiero video.
Oh yeah.
Finger. Yeah. I had come across his stuff a few months ago, and it was exactly as you described. I watched it, and then I binged them. I went all the way back and binged them. And then when you indicated that he had, I think it was episode 7 or something out over the holidays, I had missed maybe number 6 or something, and I was watching number 7, and I'm like, I don't have to go back. I'm going back. And I went back and watched it. So yeah, I just wanted to add my support that I found that guy too. And then when you reminded me about him, I went back and watched some of the episodes I missed. They are fantastic.
Yeah. Great. Good to hear.
That's all. Just want to let you know that, 2 things, I guess. 1, I do listen to STCPod. And 2, I took your advice and I watched some of that stuff, and I remembered that guy from before.
That kid, man, like I said, he has a gift for storytelling, and I don't think he's, scripting and storyboarding and all that bullshit that other people worry about. I think he just has a natural gift for storytelling.
Well, plus I'm impressed with his, technical, first of all, his technical know-how, and then his actual skill to, do the work himself. So that's impressive,
Yeah, and problem solving, improvisation.
Yeah.
And he shows the mistakes. That's what I like to see with any kind of car stuff. I want to see the mistakes and how they build a solution around the mistake. Don't hide the mistake. Show it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I tried to get this nut off and the socket fused to the nut. Now what do I do?
Yeah, he's had some pretty crazy problems too. Like the gas tanks, right? I mean, what has he gone through? Like 3 or 4 of these fuel tanks problems on him. Anyway, sorry, something you said reminded me that I had actually watched that when I saw your tweet over the holidays. I remember like rushing through breakfast or something and then going and hiding in the bedroom and like watching the whole 30 minutes, trying not to get bothered.
Yeah, he's good. And you get that realism because it takes like 7 months between videos. So it's a real treat when the new one comes out. So.
Well, I don't know if Melissa's coming back, man.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. So, yeah, we should probably wrap this up. You know,
we've been sorry to keep you. It's always good to talk to you, though, Bill. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing you guys and love that the Q Dog House is back. I would submit. Why not? You guys do a live stream once a week too on Friday or something. That'd be good times. And
talking or playing video games.
Like I've said before with you guys in your live streams, I don't give 2 shits about the game. I like your interaction and interaction with the chat and all that and your family's interaction. So
you guys just like to make fun of our appliances.
Give me a new background every stream so I have something else to look at. And
all right, man. All right. Well,
all right. Thanks for
having us. Yeah, thanks for having us, Bill. And we'd love to have you out in Portland sometime. So figure it out a way, man.
Okay. Good luck with your swap meet.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Yeah, you'll probably hear about it on the next Q Dog House.
I will look forward to it. And post it, folks.
Huh?
Post it and post it.
Thanks, Joe. Bill. Tell Joe we said hi.